Hi guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to It's Cooking Good. Today I'm going to be cooking my Southern Fried Chicken Buffalo Burgers. Buffalo burgers are so popular right now, but I'm going to show you how easy they are to make and more importantly, how delicious they can be, better than you're going to buy in any high street chain and a lot cheaper. So let's have a look at the ingredients. Here I've got chicken breasts which I've butterflied and then cut in half. So we've got smaller breast fillets, which means they'll cook a lot quicker. And what I've done is I've marinated them in a buttermilk solution. When I say solution, it's because I've made it myself. I've said it on previous videos when I made the Southern Fried Chicken and cheese waffles. It's quite hard to find buttermilk, so it's really easy to make, just milk, and there's the juice of 2 lemons in there, makes your buttermilk, and I add a little bit of one of the hot sauces that we're using today, just gives it that extra bit of flavour. If you can, up to 24 hours is great to marinate. I haven't got that time this evening, so they've literally had half an hour. You're then going to need your hot sauce of choice. The Red's hot one is particularly popular at the moment. Come over from the US and you can buy it pretty much in any high street supermarket. Great sauce. My wife and the kids, that's their favourite. And here I've got a special one which my brother-in-law and sister-in-law bought back from America. And this is a Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce. Really hard to find here. I think I have seen it on Amazon. It's really expensive. They came around with like a gallon carton of it. So I decanted some. And as you can see, I've already made a start on it. And that stuff really does make your lips tingle. That is my preferred one. And then here we've got some herbs and stuff. So I'm going to mix this up and I'll tell you what's in here. So here I've just got plain flour. And into that I'm adding a teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder, and get it all out. Here is a mix of herbs, which is oregano, rosemary, and thyme. Again, that is a teaspoon of each. Some white pepper, teaspoon. Some paprika, a tablespoon. And then I'm just going to add some black pepper and also some salt. I'm using sea salt, but if you've got table salt, that'll work equally as well. And you need quite a bit in this, more than you would think. So I'm giving it 3 good pinches. And all you want to do is just get that all mixed in. So you've got a nice even coating when you put your chicken in there. Southern Fried Chicken. Obviously, loads of places sell it. I have bought it myself from places on the high street, but once you've made it yourself, there's no going back, I promise you. Right, so that's that. Let me just get rid of these sauces for a second. And I'm going to put my gloves on. Okay, gloves are on. So I'm going to grab a piece of chicken. Nice piece there. See that? Keep some of that buttermilk on. Don't worry about draining it off, because what we're going to do, we're going to double dip it anyway. I'll just use this one just to pat that in. Get it nicely, evenly coated, both sides. Use my wet hand and I'm going to put it back in to our buttermilk solution and then back into that flour. Okay. You could just do it once, but trust me, do it twice. And you want it sort of clumping onto it. So pat it in as much as you can, really get it well covered. Plenty of flour in here. And that's it. There is our fillet done. So that's it. That's how simple this is. I'll see you over at the hob. Let's get cooking. Okay, so our pan's on, vegetable oil in there. You need to make sure that you've got a high heat on it and that oil is really, really hot. Most people will chuck a piece of bread in there to test it. I like to put my finger in, only joking. A little bit of flour. That looks good to me. Okay. Let's put in our piece of chicken. Look at that bad boy. Size of that. And that's going to cook for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over and do another 2 minutes. So total cooking time is 4 minutes. Okay, that's had 2 minutes. Let's flip it for its last 2 minutes. Look at that colour it's taken on. Wow. Looking forward to this a lot. Let that cook for its final 2 minutes. I'll see you back over at the bench, and then we can give it a try. Okay, so you saw how quick that was to cook. Have a look at that. That's what comes out. Listen. Nice, crispy coating, both sides. Look at that. That's proper fried chicken. I did it was 3 chicken breasts, which I cut in half. So then I ended up with 6 portions like this. I'm going to cut this in half to put it in my bun. Effectively, I'm making 12 burgers here for about a fiver. Well, maybe £6 with the buns, but you see my point. So what we need to do is coat this up. So I've got my hot sauce, some of my hot sauce in here. And I'm going to plonk this bad boy in there and get it all mixed around. I want plenty of that hot sauce on there. I'm going to just go in, get involved with my hands, get it all on. And I like mine really well covered. Guys, if you don't want this on here, you've just made fried chicken. You don't need all this on here. If you want a fried chicken dinner like you get from KFC or one of the other outlets, you just made it. You don't need to go into all this detail of putting this stuff on, but it's worth it. This stuff is lovely. Look at that. It's like nectar. So you want it nicely coated like that. I'll have to lick my fingers. That is so good. Just wash my hands off there. Okay, so let's move that to one side. We'll bring in the bun. This is one of those Sheldon buns. They've started doing them with seeds on. If you've never had these are great. They are lovely, lovely buns. Now, I like my burgers with a little bit of mayo on the bottom. I then go in with some lettuce, whatever you have. This is just iceberg. Go on, put a couple of bits on there. And then our chicken. I think I'm going to have to cut this in half. So let me get my tongs. Of course, if you're a bad boy or bad girl and you want that whole thing, slap it on there. Why not? But I'm going to go for like something like that. It's still crispy, even with all that buffalo sauce on there. And let's just have a little look, camera lady. Look at that. Perfectly cooked in the center. And that buttermilk has really helped because it keeps it so moist and juicy. Get that on there. Move that out of the way. Can't stop licking my fingers. That sauce is so good. And I do like a bit of red onion. Put a hat on it. Give it a little push down. Let's see how we've done. I think I know already. Oh. That is heaven in a bite. I'll have another one. My lips are already tingling. Can you hear the crunch? That is sublime. That is better than any other chicken burger what I've had, maybe bar a couple in the States. But you can't find anything like that, certainly here in the UK. Guys, definitely one to give a go. And as I say, don't want the sauce, just have it as fried chicken. Perfect meal for the family. We all love it, and I'm sure you will too. Guys, really appreciate you watching through to the very, very end. If you're not subscribed and you are watching and you like the content, please do consider doing so. You can click on the watermark or the subscribe button down below. If you've got a recipe you'd like me to cook, please do send it through. I'll put all of the recipe details of this burger down below in the description. As always, make sure you cook it. You won't be disappointed. And all I've got left to say is, it's cooking good.